Ukraine is in a very bad situation, as their support gets dumped. It's day 1068 of Russia's operation in Ukraine. Let's dive deeper. Starting from Velika Novosilka. The battle for the city has now come to an end. At last, Ukraine, unable to support their operationally cut garrison, lost the city. In our previous report, we saw how Russian forces raised their flag at the town council at the center. Just after that report was published, within a few hours it was rumored that they were able to clear the pocket in the south. But today trusted sources have reported Ukrainian forces crossed the river and withdrew from the city. As a result, the entire city has now come under Russian control. However, it is expected full clearing would at least take a couple more days. Now moving to the Donetsk front. It seems like after physically cutting the second highway of Pokrovsk, Russia performed a regrouping. However, this was not explicitly reported by any trusted sources. But during the last 3 days, Ukraine took advantage and counterattacked in a couple of areas. One counterattack was reported in Udakne. They were able to push the Russians back from the eastern part of the village. Now the second counterattack was reported at east of Avdiivka, where they pushed the Russians back to Shevchenko and took this area under their control. Now, after the regrouping, Russia also made some significant gains and retook some areas. At the southern flank of Avdiivka, Russian forces launched attack northwards from the river on a wider front. Today it was confirmed they took this big area under their control. In addition, in previous 24 hours, they were also able to take this area under their control. Now little north at west of Kurakov, Russian forces after reaching the northeastern outskirts of Avdiivka have launched attack on Dak-A. It was reported, in 48 hours they were able to reach the outskirts and entered from the north. However, a much bigger advance came from east of Avdiivka. After the regrouping, Russian forces launched a big push towards the town. Today it was confirmed they were able to break through and enter the outskirts. Now moving little northwards at the southern flank of Pokrovsk. As you know, Russian forces are advancing west and north on this big bridgehead. However, during the regrouping they did not push intensely, and were only seen advancing at a couple of places. At Srebne, they took a tree line south of the village, and reached the village from the south. Now around the second highway, Russians captured industrial areas around Kotline. In addition, around this time they were pushed back from Udakne. They then decided to pressure from the south. So it was reported, they took these defensive positions under their control. Now in the last 24 hours, as their regrouping has completed, they have increased pressure on every section of this front. At the second highway, they took this open field and reached the outskirts from the south. In addition, also took this area around of Kotline. Now at Srebne, they were able to take this area under their control. Currently they are attacking the remaining village. Furthermore, after launching an attack from Zaporizhzhia, they entered the southern part of the Avdiivka. In addition, advances were also reported in these areas as well. However, a much bigger setback was not the loss of the city on the southern front, but it came from their biggest supporter from the west. President Trump signed an order to pause all foreign aid for 90 days. Western media suggest that this will also affect Ukraine. But Zelensky, on the other hand, claims they will continue receiving military aid from America even after this executive order. As you know, only because of Western support, Ukraine has been able to withstand Russia till now. So if supply ends, Ukraine will be in a very bad situation. Subscribe for more frontline updates. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.